MadFrog right now a little bit down as far as the... and right now, MouzMorroW is going to have impacts on these queens. MouzMorroW totally tired of taking crap from these queens. We do see MadFrog trying to transfuse, but I do believe they're not going to be enough, as yes, we do see one queen go down, and the other queen will be going down, so MouzMorroW just basically wiped out MadFrog's massive advantage there, as he's going to be no longer able to block off his ramp with those queens. Those queens, though, would be able to hold off that attack if they'd been shoulder to shoulder, but unfortunately, they were out in the open. The Serene was going to... MouzMorroW gunning in, once again, evacuating the mineral line as MadFrog is running for his life. This one spine crawler just tapping these banelings out. We saw that one baneling detonating near these drones, but it was not enough to kill all those drones. It put all of them at around 6 to 7 HP. So meanwhile, MadFrog will be coming out here. We'll be seeing all these banelings trying to come in here, trying to make something happen, but caught out in the open without the hooks. They are going to be easy praise. Both of those were toasted by one. So, MadFrog trying once again just to get something going here as two more Zerglings go down there. So, each time that happens, though, MadFrog is actually losing 25 minerals. So, MouzMorroW is still doing quite well for himself in that aspect, but MadFrog just with a couple of really decisive plays keeping MouzMorroW behind. So, right now, MadFrog is back out on the field with quite a few units. We do actually see some claws and teeth action going on right there as these two beings trying to grab these three. Will MadFrog be able to get away from this? These twos will be able to take out these three. With the splash enemy, we do actually see the three go down to the two banelings. So another trade-off in MouzMorrow's favor, but it's just amazing how MadFrog has stayed ahead. But MouzMorroW is closing the gap as this game is going on. We're only seeing a 200 difference right now in between MouzMorroW and MadFrog. So MadFrog kind of losing his edge. Going back to the units tab, we actually see MadFrog now with a slight unit advantage as he has 2 more drones and he has 28 Zerglings. And just these drones, though, there's not a big difference considering how long this matchup has been going on for 20 minutes now. So each drone is really going to make a difference on what our players can field and what they're going to be able to do with it. So now MouzMorroW in retreat as MadFrog is able to basically outfield an army right now, of course, building more banelings as he goes along. We do see one baneling detonating right there, capping one Zergling. So MadFrog letting his banelings charge with the Zerglings in the way. We do see a trade-off of 2-2 right there. So MouzMorroW just basically not wanting to let any of those banelings coming into his main and not allowing them to do any huge economic damages. That's what you really have to worry about in this kind of matchup. So we do have two banelings once again coming down the ramp, forcing MadFrog's herd of Zerglings back, and we still have this baneling in the back of MadFrog's base, and this could really be painful to MadFrog if it gets a hold of any of these damaged drones. So right now, MouzMorroW, of course, more than able to see what's going on. We do actually have a few banelings in MouzMorrow's base, but of course this queen and these Zerglings will be more happy to get... Oh, it's so close! Almost grabs a hold of those banelings, but of course there was only one baneling, and all of these banelings were full health to begin with. If there had been two, all of those banelings would have been going down, and that would have been a huge loss for MouzMorroW. So with this one Zergling, of course, we'll be chewing on the hind of this baneling, and will it go down? No, the other Zergling is able to rush in there and save it just in time, as it is not feeling so well. It only has 3 HP, so this is not what you want to see as a baneling. We do actually have one Zergling going out here. We'll be trying to make something happen. We do have the other Zergling coming in there as a screen. We do see this around on the queen. This queen will be going down. We do see one detonation in the mineral line of MouzMorroW, and once again, that baneling was able to be killed by MouzMorroW because it only had 3 HP. MouzMorroW narrowly able to escape a huge economic loss right there, as we see more banelings coming out the door of MouzMorroW. Of course, MadFrog keeping his guys in retreat, and we just see a couple of Zerglings going down there, so that baneling paying for itself right there. And MadFrog not wanting to let that baneling make it back, will be sending a Zergling. Well, thinking about sending a Zergling after it. Yes, and there we go. It is actually going to be sending a Zergling after it. We do actually see some Zergling and Zergling action right there. More banelings showing up, reinforcing, as MouzMorroW does have an advantage on the field right now. Because you look at the units tab, as we do see 32 Zerglings on the field for MouzMorroW versus 31 of MadFrog right now. So MadFrog able to reinforce, so that we are going to see both of our players on equal footing. Just want to make a quick note, though. We're seeing our players' mains being mined out, so we are going to see either a quick end to it once those minerals end up, or we're going to have to see some sort of expansion, and that is really going to be crucial if the players are going to be able to solidify their expansions, or whether their expansions are going to die on the vine due to baneling and Zergling harassment. We do have one Zergling coming into the main. Seeing what's going on, not really going to be effective, as these drones will be able to take care of themselves. We do see a Roach Warren coming down for MadFrog, and we do see another coming down for MouzMorrow. So both of our players looks like they will be actually rolling into roaches, as we've seen the Baneling and Zergling really haven't been that effective, as both of our players are more than apt at killing Banelings. With the Banelings without the hooks are really just sitting ducks, and you have to get lucky with them. They're just basically, like I said before, walking grenades, and it's all about getting lucky and detonation and area of effect. So right now, he's been desperately trying to get away from this one Baneling, so this is not really where you want to be with those guys, and this one Baneling pulling back, as the Zergling will not be having any of it and will be killing it, as it does desperately try to claw at the back of it. We do actually see a pretty even trade-off right there. So once again, just basically trading tooth for nail, but MadFrog once again pulling ahead as far as losses go, as we are seeing about a 700 mineral difference right now. And though it seems small at this point in the game, we're just showing you how MadFrog is able to keep himself slightly ahead, and these 3 Zerglings will be going after this one Baneling, and they will all die right there, and Banelings will be into the middle line of MouzMorrow, and we do see 4 drones going down. So MouzMorrow, though those were only worth about 200 minerals, the economic damage will be crucial here, as MouzMorrow won't be, there isn't really that much in the way of mineral left in his base. So right now, both of our players are about to be forced to show their hand. We're either going to see a drone rush, or we're going to see base trade, or someone try to expand, though it doesn't really look like we're going to see any sort of potential expansions right now. And MouzMorrow moving out here, this one Baneling just begging those Zerglings to come up there in that herd, but of course we are going to see that not exactly what will be going on. But oh, this Baneling is so close to grabbing hold of those Zerglings right there. He's desperately trying to, but they're so desperately slow, as they only are 2.5 right here, whereas our Speedlings are 4.7, so they are definitely able to outpace those. Now, right now, we have a lot of roaches for both of our players coming online, and these roaches are going to be more than apt at soaking up this Baneling damage. So we are going to see a this is going to be the decisive point, because both of our players are coming at the end of their economic leash, and MadFrog has 2 hatcheries, so he will be able to distance mine a little bit quicker than MouzMorrow, but neither of our players look like they're making any sort of plans for those expansions. So we do have one Baneling coming into the main of MadFrog and trying to get into there. Oh, if it splashes right here, it's going to be doing so much damage, putting all of these drones in the red, not actually able to kill them, but that was a crucial hit, as if these Zerglings are basically going to be able to run here and one-shot all of these drones, and that would be absolutely devastating, but they're opting not to do that. I do actually have a Baneling sitting here guarding those drones for right now, and we have 2 Banelings in MouzMorrow's base, so MouzMorrow could march in here and do massive damage to these drones, but MouzMorrow not seeing that. I don't know if he's aware of that, as it doesn't look like he placed these there. This was definitely a cognitive decision, but I know that these Banelings are not suicidal. Well, I take that back. Banelings are suicidal. They do kill themselves, but not suicidal in that fact. They definitely want to take someone with them. So right now, MadFrog will be marching on MouzMorrow's main, as it looks like we are going to see some pretty... I think that this is really going to be the decisive point in the game right now, as we are at 28 minutes, and this is a pretty long matchup for ZVZ. As you generally see a pretty decisive, few blows traded off, and one guy is just basically left crippled, as you generally see Banelings in the mineral lines. So right now we have MadFrog marching up here with Banelings, will be being sniped right here, so all of those Banelings not really doing much of anything, as only the lead roaches took any sort of damage right there. So MadFrog, a little disappointed with that, as I would be disappointed, as those Banelings just not quick enough to get up in the roaches' faces because they don't have hooks. I believe that if either of our players had gotten hooks, his things would have been a lot different, as I think that it would have really been to the players' advantage, that they would have been able to get into the middle lines quicker, do more damage, do surprise attacks. So really, that's all what if, but we have MouzMorrow knocking on his own back door, will be destroying his own destructible rock. Looks like we might be trying to do a run-by, even though that wouldn't be in his best interest, as MadFrog has more buildings on the ground than MouzMorrow does. Oh, but it looks actually like we're going to see a little bit of a flanking maneuver here, as units-wise we are neck and neck. We have a few more roaches on the field for MadFrog, and we have slightly more Zerglings for MouzMorrow. So few pot shots going off right here. No real critical engagement with these 3 roaches right here. Will be going down, as MouzMorrow is going to be getting the surround, or maybe not, as both players are going to be doing move orders. So these roaches are definitely counting themselves lucky, as we just saw them walk by each other, totally not paying any heed to each other. So MouzMorrow right now seeing what's going on. He just had his Baneling that snipe and doesn't have anything, does not have enough to expand. So this is all or nothing right now. We are going to see a base trade, and I do believe that MouzMorroW is going to end up losing this one because, as I said before, MadFrog has way more units, or way more buildings than MouzMorroW has. And we do actually see the hatchery going down. MadFrog coming here, cleaning out MouzMorroW, and MouzMorroW looks like he's not going to have anything left right here as the last building does detonate, and yes, MouzMorroW does end up leaving the battle. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was pretty awesome. It did slow down a little bit once we saw the roaches enter the battlefield, but like I said before, roaches are kind of boring. But we see these broodlings just eating a face full of acid spit. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And for those who requested this, I hope this is what you were looking for. Of course, let me know. Give me those comments. Thumbs up, thumbs down. And always, if you like what you can see, you can always become a citizen for free by subscribing. And I guess that's pretty much all I have to say for today, as I'm about to have to go to work. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And as always, citizens, stay safe.